Martha and Daniel Harper were shadows of their former selves. Martha was gaunt and jittery, while Daniel seemed lost in his own world. They welcomed Claire reluctantly, answering her questions in clipped tones. Lily was special, Martha said, her voice trembling. She always had a way of seeing things others couldn't. When pressed for details, Martha clammed up, but Claire noticed something odd. The house was filled with mirrors, each covered with heavy black cloth. "What's with the mirrors?" Claire asked. Martha's face went pale. "It's better if you don't ask," she whispered. While searching Lily's room, Claire found her sketchbook tucked beneath the mattress. Most of the drawings were of trees, animals, and the house itself, but one page stood out, a detailed sketch of a woman with hollow eyes and a twisted grin. Beneath it, Lily had scrawled the words, "She watches." Claire's instincts told her this was no ordinary case. Determined to find answers, Claire ventured into the woods where Lily had last been seen. She was joined by two locals, Jonah, the town's sheriff, and Grace, Lily's best friend. The trio followed a faint trail until they came across a clearing. In the center stood a stone altar, weathered by time. Around it were strange symbols carved into the ground. Grace shivered. "Lily told me about this place once. She said it felt wrong." As they inspected the altar, a chilling wind swept through the clearing, carrying with it the faint sound of humming. "Do you hear that?" Jonah asked, his hand instinctively reaching for his gun. Before anyone could answer, Grace screamed. Behind them, standing at the edge of the clearing, was Lily, or something that looked like her. Her face was pale, her eyes sunken, and her clothes were tattered. She stared at them for a moment before disappearing into the trees. Back at Harper Manor, Claire pieced together what she'd learned. The symbols at the altar matched those in an old journal she found in the Harper Library, a journal that belonged to Lily's great-grandmother, Eleanor Harper. Eleanor had been a recluse, obsessed with the occult. According to the journal, she performed a ritual to bind the spirit of the forest to protect the Harper family. But the ritual came at a cost. A life must be offered to maintain the pact. Claire realized the truth. The Harpers had been sacrificing one of their own to the forest every generation. Lily hadn't disappeared. She'd been taken. Claire confronted Martha and Daniel with her findings. Martha broke down, admitting that they had tried to protect Lily, but couldn't stop what was coming. "She was marked," Martha sobbed. "We couldn't save her." Claire refused to accept that. With Jonah and Grace's help, she returned to the altar, determined to break the curse. As they approached the altar, the forest seemed to come alive. Shadows moved between the trees, and the air grew heavy with whispers. Lily appeared again, her hollow eyes fixed on Claire. But this time she spoke. "Help me," she said, her voice barely audible. Claire realized Lily wasn't just a victim. She was a prisoner, trapped between worlds. Using the journal, Claire performed a reversal ritual, breaking the Harper family's pact. The forest erupted in a deafening roar, and the shadows vanished. When the dust settled, Lily was gone. Lily's body was found the next morning, buried beneath the altar. The town mourned her loss, and the Harpers left Black Hollow for good. But Claire couldn't shake the feeling that something still lingered in the woods. The humming stopped, but the forest never truly felt quiet. Some say Lily found peace. Others believe the forest simply claimed another victim. But one thing's for sure. In Black Hollow, the past is never really gone. If you want to hear more stories like this, hit subscribe and stay tuned. The next tale might be closer to home than you think.